Hey guys, what's going on? This is Steven from Steven's Car Reviews, and today I have a 2019 Mercedes-Benz C300. I'll be doing a review on it today, walking you through the features and taking it on a test drive. Now here's the key. Mercedes-Benz new key which came with the facelift. Your lock, your unlock button. Let's go ahead and go inside. The car has smart key entry, so you press this indented bit, the car locks. You can put your hand on the back, the car unlocks. So this C-Class is finished in lunar blue metallic over silk beige MB text with dark brown linden wood. So let's go ahead and start her up. Put your foot on the brake, hit this push button to start. So let's go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. Let's check out the outside. So on the outside of the new facelift C-Class, you have these all new LED high performance headlights, which replace the old halogen headlights, which look absolutely awesome. You have 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, and then your daytime running light and turn signal going down. Now these are the basic headlights, not the upgraded ones. This particular car has the AMG Sports package, but along with that it has the night package. So you have blacked out rims, grille, front splitter, and wing mirrors. All new front bumper for 2019 with the air duct that goes to the side. With this AMG Sports package, you have these upgraded 19-inch rims, drilled rotors, and black accents, which look really good with the new Mercedes-Benz floral in the middle. Your black wing mirrors with your LED turn signal. This car does not have a panoramic sunroof, but it is an option. Really does look like a baby S-Class. Then from around back, you have these new tail lights, which kind of have an accent in like the shape of a letter C. You have your turn signals within. You have LED backup lights. And around back, you have basically the same bumper as the pre-facelift with the air vent slats right there, the rear diffuser, and your dual exhaust pipes. Under the hood here, you have Mercedes-Benz updated 2-liter inline-4 turbo. Now, compared to the 2018 and pre-facelift model year cars, this one now has 255 horsepower instead of the 241 pound-feet of torque, but it remains with the 273 pound-feet of torque and it still made it to Mercedes-Benz 9 G-tronic transmission. Moving on inside, the whole door panel is soft touch material with soft touch on the top, macchiato beige MB text in the center, and black MB text on your armrest with contrast stitching. The whole door is finished off with dark linden wood and your Burmester's sound speaker. Right here you have your 14-way driver seats, 3-person memory, 3-stage heated seats, then your window, door mirrors, controls, power folding of course, which is pretty much a standard thing in Mercedes-Benz, and there you get a good shot of that linden wood in the sunlight. For the facelift C-Classes, everything in front of the driver is completely new. You have an all-new steering wheel, which is flat bottom for the AMG line cars. You have new gauges with a new screen. Now the big changes are the cruise control is now on the steering wheel, as in Mercedes it's usually a column down here. And now you have 2 touch pads on either side, which control the screen between the gauges and your new infotainment screen. Now the left touchpad controls the screen between the gauges. Press home here and you can swipe between everything that you can control in this screen. So for example, if you wanted to go into more detail about something, you can swipe through your trip settings, which is really helpful. Also, your cruise control is now on the steering wheel, as opposed to before it used to be a column to the left of the steering wheel. This right pad controls your infotainment screen. Do the same swiping motion, and you can accomplish the same things there. Also, you have a new volume scroll wheel as opposed to before, which is buttons. You have phone controls and also your voice command button. Now, moving to the center screen is a completely new feature for the facelift cars. Now, you might think, okay, it's a new car, so it's going to have Mercedes-Benz user experience, which is called MBUX, but you are incorrect. This is actually the same infotainment that's in the new AMG GT and the E-Class. It actually has better resolution. Now, this is a 10.25 screen instead of a 12.3 inch screen, which is in those other cars. And you control it with a scroll wheel. Now, in the AMG GT, you get a touchpad. So just very slight variations between Mercedes-Benz models, but it all works the same. You press home, and it takes you to the home screen. You use the wheel to scroll around. Now, this particular car does not have the multimedia package, so there is no navigation, as you can see there. So it just has the a la carte option of this 10.25 inch screen, which I think is completely worth it. All your vehicle settings, such as your ambient lighting, all your lights, your drive controls, is all operated through here. And this new C-Class has Mercedes-Benz 64 color ambient lighting system, which you can see a little bit of right there. And it runs on either side of the wood, which is a really nice feature. And you go into your Mercedes-Benz Me, and you can go through all these different features like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Mercedes-Benz Link, all great things that this car has to offer. You can also set up multiple profiles with the vehicle, and it saves your preferences and everything like that. Moving down, you have your 3 air vents, which is very typical of a C-Class and GLC car. Your air conditioning controls, your multimedia hotspots, a clock. Then you have 2 cup holders, which can be removed, a wireless charger, and a USB port. This is an option. You can also charge your key in the cup holder. Here's your dynamic select button. Say go to sport mode, it shows up there and in the center screen. You have all different modes. You have comfort, sport, eco, sport plus, and individual. Then moving down, you have your typical Mercedes-Benz center console storage here, 2 USB ports, and it opens up on both sides. New for the facelift is this frameless mirror. You have your Mercedes-Benz lighting. Like I said earlier, this car does not have a panoramic sunroof, but you can move it back just like that. And here you have a nice view of the macchiato beige MB Tech seats. Now, since this car is the AMG line car, you have a little bit more bolstering on the sides. But it's basically the same Mercedes-Benz seat that we're used to in the E-Class, C-Class, GLC. It's a beautiful cabin overall. Everything is gorgeous here. Moving on to the rest of the vehicle, you have your rear seats here. Now keep in mind, this is a C-Class. So as I get in, I'm about 5'11". Seats adjusted for me. And I have just a little bit of space here, but there are cutouts in the back of the seats, which are nice. All materials follow through. I love these speakers. They're absolutely gorgeous. In the back here, you have 2 air vents, 12-volt outlet. Then you have a center console here, which has storage, and 2 cup holders. Now that I'm free of that back seat, we can check out the trunk space. Now, to my surprise, this car has an electric trunk. I was very surprised about that. But this trunk space actually is not bad, excuse the mess, but it's a pretty good size. Now, it does have a little step up in the back, which is interesting. But you have nets on either side. Pretty big nets, your bag hook. Then you can lower the rear seats, just like that, by pulling both of these handles. And you have underneath storage, which has this car's window sticker, which you can take a look at. $50,075. I actually think that's not too bad for this car. It's a great car. You have some Mercedes accessories like this crate, and some more items beneath it, like your ashtray and all that. And you have your fuse box right there. And then, to close it, press the button. It goes down. Also, you have the foot activation, so you can just kick like that. She comes up, and go again. and it goes back down, just for those times when you have groceries in your hand. On the passenger side of the vehicle, same thing as the other side. Now I can demonstrate to you how to fold down the seats. They go down just like that. Very much the same as the driver. You have nice cubbies, place to put your drink. AMG floor mats, illuminated Mercedes-Benz door sills. Your, of course, Mercedes-Benz net, which is traditional. And your glove compartment, which opens at the oddest angle and is shaped very interestingly, but there it is. Now, driving the facelift C-Class, keep in mind I've only driven the GLC 300, which is the pre-facelift version of this car. Very similar, same engine, same transmission. So it actually has more horsepower than the GLC that I drove. So it was very interesting to me getting in here and feeling how different it actually feels compared to that GLC. The suspension on this thing is much more rough, much more bouncy. And when you're driving alone, you really do notice that. And it's actually very substantial. Now, the car is smooth and everything, right? Because it's a Mercedes-Benz, but it's much more jumpy. The transmission travel, like, watch this. Like, the suspension travel, I feel like is much less in this car. So it gives you a very different driving feel. Now, what is much improved over that GLC is the handling. The handling on this thing is much, much better. I like it a lot more. The steering wheel is nicer. I just feel like it's more tightly tuned than the GLC I drove. And I just enjoy it a lot more driving this thing. I feel like it's more fun. Now, putting this thing in the sport mode, we're gonna test acceleration here. And then you just think, wow, this thing is fast. It is much faster than that GLC I drove. It's much more sporty. Everything about it, I feel like it's better. So if you have a GLC 300 or pre-facelift C300, I think this is very much worth the upgrade. And the technology is better, the gauges look better, the car looks better, it drives better, it's more fuel efficient, it's faster. I just really like the drive of this C-Class. It's really a great car. Now, the sportiness of the AMG line might not be for all. Like, some may think, oh, it's just a body kit, but no, it's not just a body kit. It actually alters the driving experience somewhat. But, you know, I think it's for the better. I actually like it. I think it's great, but maybe it's because I'm a younger person. I enjoy the sportiness more. Recently, I did drive a 328i 2016, and it was about the same ride comfort as this car, which actually surprised me. I was surprised that a Mercedes-Benz was this rough. But the thing I like about this car is the steering is not as heavy. Every single journalist and car reviewer loves to say, I want heavier steering, I want this, I want that. But like in everyday life, when you're driving to school, driving to work every morning in traffic, I just don't feel like the heavy steering is necessary all the time. So I think Mercedes-Benz strike a perfect balance between like a dullness of a Lexus drive and the overly engagement of a BMW drive. I think that the price tag is relatively affordable. $50,000 for this. I feel like in the pre-facelift models, to get a car equipped like this would be much more. But I think this is an excellent car, and I would recommend it to anyone and everyone. Thank you guys for watching my video. I sure did enjoy making it. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will be posting more frequently from now on. Bye, everyone.